Hello everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 and welcome to another edition of the Jazz Albums Review Series. And today I'm going to be taking a look at a brand new 2023 release from a brilliant guitarist from Croatia and someone who I have been wanting to talk about for quite a while now on this series. And he's been one of my favourites for a really long time now, and he's just had a brand new solo guitar album that's just come out over a week ago. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to give this guy some much well deserved love and also talk about his newest recording for In and Out Records. I am talking about, of course, the one and only guitarist, composer, and bandleader Ratko Zjaca, and this is his newest recording for In and Out Records, Archtop Avenue. So, Archtop Avenue is the newest album that Ratko Zjaca has put out, and I can honestly tell you it's probably the best album he's put out in quite a while, and bit of a different direction for Ratko. Whereas in the past, he has put out lots of different projects, quartets, trios, and large ensemble projects. This sees Ratko Zjaca go in the more solo guitar direction. And this album, in my opinion, is equally as good as anything Meola, Pat Metheny, John Scofield, or Martin Taylor have put out. And I often compare this album in terms of similarities to Pat Metheny's newest recording, Dreambox, in terms of tone and mood. And it's a beautiful album and some gorgeous playing from the man himself. And a lot of the material that's featured on this album are mostly standards and cover versions from the American Songbook. And there are also three original Zjaca originals on this album, but most of it is mostly standards and cover versions, and it's a fantastic album. This is an album that I've been waiting and hoping that Ratko Zjaca would put out, and my wish was granted, and it's finally came true. And this was definitely well worth the wait. It's absolutely amazing. And if you're a fan of solo guitar albums and you want to listen to something to really unwind and get yourself in the mood, this is definitely one to check out. So let's have a look. So there he is, the man himself. Lovely guitar he's got there. So it's a very interesting artwork there. And that's the name of the album. Now, on each track, it explains what the song is about and the different use of guitars that he uses on those tracks. As you can see there. So every track, Zjaca uses a different guitar to get a different sound for the songs he's playing. Some beautiful guitars he's got there. And there's some notes about how this project came together. And also on these notes, it just pretty much explains to you about what each track is about. And also some more notes as well. And also some of the other albums of Zjaca's you should check out. I've got a few of them. Highly recommended. Some good stuff there. One of them actually features Antonio Sanchez. Definitely think that's worth checking out just for that alone. And also got the production notes as well. And another continuation here of all of the different guitars, as I mentioned before, that are used on each track. And some more guitars here that he uses. One of them is actually a Jimmy Foster 7-string 2008 guitar. So that's quite a a gorgeous sound you would get. And there are some more guitars that Zjaca uses. So it's kind of similar to what Pat Metheny does, uses different guitars for different songs. So the first track we've got is Body and Soul by Johnny Green, Prelude to a Kiss by Duke Ellington, Lonnie's Lament by John Coltrane, Darn That Dream by Jimmy Van Hussein, Monk's Dream by Thelonious Monk, For Heaven's Sake by Donald Meyer, Elise Breton and Sherman Edwards. And then we've got Way to Go, The Dream of Tomorrow, The Heart of Time, which are three Ratko Zjaca originals. And then we've got Alone Together by Arthur Schwartz, Polka Dots and Moonbeams, also by Jimmy Van Heusen, and Someone to Watch Over Me by George Gershwin. So it's kind of like a little collection of some of the well-known composers from the history of jazz music, and Ratko Zjaca puts his own little spin on those tracks and takes it in very interesting and unique places. So the standout tracks for me are Way to Go, The Dream of Tomorrow, The Heart of Time, Body and Soul, Lonnie's Laments, Monk's Dream, For Heaven's Sake, and Someone to Watch Over Me. But it's a very lovely album. As I said, if you like Pat Metheny, Aldo Meola, Ralph Towner, or Martin Taylor, if you're a fan of those guys who have done solo guitar recordings, this is definitely one to check out. It's not an easy album to find, but it's highly recommended if you do find it. Definitely go and get yourself a copy if you can find it. It's really, really good. And he's a brilliant guitar player, and also highly recommend you check out some of his band projects. There's some really good music there. And as I said, he's not a guy who's very well known, but if you do know who he is, check out his stuff. Some really good music there. I think if you like that sort of thing, guitar playing, more laid back style, this is definitely one to check out. And he's definitely someone I would recommend to anybody. He's one of my favorites, has been for quite a while now. And yeah, this is definitely one of the more hidden gems of 2023. Certainly equally as good as anything those guitarists that I mentioned have put out in terms of solo guitar recordings. So there you have it. Ratko Zjaca Archtop Avenue, a fantastic solo guitar recording and highly recommended to all guitar fans out there. Excellent stuff. So that's going to be it from me. I am going to wrap this up now. What's your favourite track from Ratko Zjaca Archtop Avenue? Is it Body and Soul, Prelude to a Kiss, Lonnie's Lament, Darn That Dream, Monk's Dream, For Heaven's Sake, Way to Go, The Dream of Tomorrow, The Heart of Time, Alone Together, Polka Dots and Moonbeams, or Someone to Watch Over Me? There's no right or wrong answer. We all have our favourite tracks. You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Jazz Albums Review Series. So until next time, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.